Alright, in this section we're going to show you how to properly drill a door. So we have our test door here in our training facility, and this is what we're going to use today. Okay, so the first thing I want you to look at is we're going to look at the gap we have right here. Now the gap here is actually really important because this is what tells you whether you're going to need to pre-drill or not. Now our gap's not real big, so we're going to pre-drill one side on this. Okay, so to pre-drill we're going to use our 1-inch spade, and so that we make sure we line our stuff up, we're going to notch a little mark right here so that we know exactly where to drill on both the door and the frame. Okay, so let's open it up, find our little mark. Okay, and now we're going to put our spade bit up there and we're going to run it in there. Give ourselves a little bit of a pre-drill just so that it's going to sink in that thing just nice so that the door can open and close properly without being impeded. Okay, so now we're going to use our wood eater. Okay, now we need to make our hole right here on our door too. So let's double check, make sure we got a good notch. Right here is our notch. We're going to come up just a little bit. Okay. Alright, now we got our hole here in the door. Okay, so now we need to make our little notch here so that we can put our door sensor right here. The next thing we want to do is we want to drill our hole that comes from the hole in the door frame out so that we can put our NX650 door sensor up there, and we'll have a spot so that our leads can fit through. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to, right here up by the thing, we're going to drill through to our hole so that we know that it comes from the frame into our hole. Alright, now we're going to be able to take our door sensor, we're going to twist these together real quick so that they'll fit right through that hole. Now because we recessed this is now pretty flush so that the door is going to be able to open and close without being impeded by our sensor. Now we popped open our NX650. Now we're going to use our screwdriver to take the back piece off, or we'll use our finger. Okay, because this is the piece that we want. Now what we want to do is we want to feed our wire through, bring it up, and so that we can flush mount it right here against the molding. So we've got our piece, we've got it flush mounted. So we're going to put in our screws. Now you want to be really careful when you're putting in your screws so you don't strip them out into the drywall and thus making it so your sensor will fall right off. Now that we've got that up, we want to put our sensor back in here. Now don't force it in there, it's going to fit in there nice and easy. You just want to make sure that you get it in. Now we're going to take our wire cutters and we're going to cut it back. Now we don't want tons of extra wire in there because it's going to get caught up on things and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that we give it nice length so that we can get it into the terminals, but we don't want too much. So we're going to cut it about right there. Now we're going to strip these back just a little bit. We don't want to strip them too much because we don't want them to touch each other. Now you might need to twist these up just so that they stay close together and they don't kind of go all over the place. Get it into the terminal, screw it down. Now our other one. now we take our cover, lock it down just like that. And then we're going to take our magnet and we're going to put this into the door. It's going to slide right in there. Now if you do have a little bit of extra play on it, go ahead and take your adhesive, put a little adhesive around it just to help lock it into that hole so that it doesn't fall out. Okay, once you get it in there, close your door, and now your door is done.